Well, when one thinks of horror films, one of the first ones that come to mind is A Nightmare on Elm Street. No, not the new one. How dare you? Bad people. The classic, the wonderful, the Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. And we've got some people here that did a little documentary, a little small documentary.
Very, very minuscule.
On one of the greatest horror films of all time, and I don't say that lightly at all. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me what you do.
I'm Daniel Ferens, and I was the co-director and producer of Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy.
I'm Tommy Hudson, and I was the writer and producer of Never Sleep Again, The Elm Street Legacy.
Terrific, terrific. And like I said, honestly, this is Nightmare on Elm Street, one of the ultimate horror series. I can barely think of a bad one in that series. So what got you started on wanting to do a documentary on it?
Tommy?
Well, you know, Dan and I worked together on His Name Was Jason, 30 Years of Friday the 13th, and I think it was just an organic thing that if we did something like this for Friday the 13th and Dan had written Halloween 6, how could we not kind of do something on Nightmare on Elm Street? So Dan was already working on something, he called me up, and I have a relationship with Heather Langenkamp. So the ball really got rolling, and we all joined forces, and we are now here 9 months later with an 8-hour opus to Nightmare on Elm Street.
And Tommy, I have to say, is also, I think, probably the ultimate Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I think he knows more about this series than anybody I've ever known in my life. And it was just a sort of an aligning of the stars. I think it was the right team in the right time. This is really about the Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, Wes Craven years of Nightmare on Elm Street, and everybody else who participated in all the sequels. So, you know, as much as we pay homage to the original Elm Street, it's also about all the way up through Freddy vs. Jason and what those movies were and what they meant. And also, I think, in the highs and lows of the series. So it's not just a sort of, putting them all on a pedestal. You know, everybody's very honest when they recollect the good and the bad.
How was just getting everybody together to, was it kind of like a class reunion for a lot of them? Or was it, yeah, fine, I'll go ahead and talk about it?
No, I think it was very much that, and I think, you know, from everyone, from even Matthew Peak, who was this very, an amazing artist who designed the original Nightmare on Elm Street posters all the way through number 5 in the series. He came back and he designed our artwork for this documentary, as well as Charles Bernstein, who did the music for the original Nightmare on Elm Street. He created a brand new theme for this show. So it really was like a homecoming for a lot of the people who had not been involved in the series for a while. So it was a thrill for us to be able to meet with all of them and speak with them and really ask them the questions that we as fans wanted to know.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. We have 106 people from the franchise, and one of the coolest things was how it was great as fans to meet all these people, but bringing them together, you could see that they really cared about what they did, and some of the people that we've got together hadn't seen each other since the movie, like Mark Patton and Kim Myers. It was really because of Never Sleep Again that they could have a reunion, and it was really touching and sweet to see these people who poured their heart and soul into a project so long ago that they still feel something so strongly.
What is your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie, if it is possible to even pick one?
Hard to narrow it down, but I mean, of course you have to say the original Nightmare on Elm Street because it's the classic. It's the one that started it all. But after that, I think Wes's New Nightmare, which was number 7, is a really smart and ingenious movie that was, I think, way ahead of its time. So I think it didn't quite get the props it deserved maybe when it came out. But I think in retrospect, when you look back at the smartest movies of the series, I think it's 1 and 7 for me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, I think 1 is that seminal, incredible, ingenious horror movie. But if you're going to look at all the other ones, I completely agree with Dan. I think New Nightmare is incredibly smart, it's scary, it's thrilling. I think it's one of Heather's finest performances. If I was to pick a non-Wes related Nightmare sequel, it would be Rennie Harlin's Dream Master. I just love it.
Oh yeah, it's the whole dream world concept is such a fun and, I don't know, almost stereotypical 80s concept, but it's genius, it's brilliant. And as far as putting this all together, what has been the biggest challenge?
I mean, it was all a challenge because we did, you know, which turns out to be 8 hours of material on this 2-disc DVD set, but was all done in about 7 months of production.
Yeah, we really tried to leave no stone unturned, and it was just the sheer volume of material that we were able to get into this in such a short amount of time. You know, it's not a scripted project in the regular sense of the word where you know the next day you're going to be shooting scenes A, B, and C. it really came down to what questions do we have, and we have to hope that, Dan and Andrew, our brilliant co-directors, could get out of them, all of our interviewees, the information that we needed to tell the great story that we wanted to tell. So it was just this labor of love that was packed into 7 intense months.
That's for sure.
So basically, it's the Ken Burns of horror documentaries. Is that
one of the reviews compared it to that? Which that's just such an honor, and it's such a humbling thing to be even compared to something like that. But as far as horror documentaries, I don't know that there's been anything that this has been this extensive and in depth.
and there's really not a series that deserves such a treatment as Nightmare on Elm Street.
Or at least I'm glad this is the first. So if there are other ones, maybe if we set the bar a little higher, and I hope we did, but I hope that if anybody wants to do one on another series, they realize that you don't have to shortchange it. You don't have to do the 90-minute version of something that really could be told over, and the fans want more.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's the thing is I don't think you have to shortchange it. I don't think you have to give it the short shrift. And I think again, if we were going to raise the bar, it's just and knowing that the fans want the most complete telling of that story that you could give them, and that's what we tried to do.
And I think it's important too that fans wanted this story, and it seems, as Dan and I were just talking, how if we didn't make this, would it have been made?
Right.
It almost seems impossible to think that no one would have done this, but they didn't. And that's, I think, one of the reasons that we really felt this was a story that needed to be told. We're fans.
Right.
We know that fans are out there like us wanting it, so it was just a really great thing to see it now happening, seeing it out there, and seeing it getting these great reviews and the appreciation of the hard work we put into it, because we truly cared about what we were doing, and we care about Elm Street.
Absolutely.
And we are so glad that you do care about Elm Street.
Welcome to Taco Hell. Would you like to try our new Diablo burrito?
No, I just want a soft taco with no meat.
One soft taco, no meat. Will there be anything else?
No.
Okay, that'll be 69 cents, please.
69. Here you go.
All right, out of one.
It's okay, keep the change.
Be right back. Here you are, sir. One taco, no meat.
Thank you. Excuse me. I asked for no meat, and there's meat on this.
I'm so sorry about that, sir. Sir, there is no meat on this taco.
No, there's meat. Look right here. Are you blind?
Sir, this is lettuce.
No, that's meat. I don't know where you come from, planet retard, but that's meat.
Fine, I will get you another one.
Good, you should.
All right, sir. Here is one taco, no meat.
Thank you now.
Welcome to Taco Hill. Would you like to try our new Diablo burrito today?
Excuse, hello, Miss Stupid. I asked for no meat, and there's meat on it still.
Sir, this is not meat.
Yes, right there, that's meat. I said no meat.
This is cheese, sir.
No, that's meat. I asked for no meat.
Okay, fine. I will get you another one.
Yes, thank you. How rude. Thank you.
I'm so sorry about that, sir. How can I help you today?
Let me have a double.
What the hell? Hello. I said no meat, and there's nothing on this.
Oh my God, sir! There is no meat on this taco! Look! There is no meat, there is no cheese, there is no lettuce. There is no meat on this taco!
Yeah, I know. There's nothing. No meat, nothing.
What do you want? You asked for there's no meat, and I give you no meat! There is no meat! There is just an effing tortilla! What do you want?
I'll show you what I want. Meat. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Wow, some of that. Now that's a taco.
Oh, dude! I thought you didn't want any meat.
Oh, I was just messing with her mind. Now that's a taco. Meat.
Well, well. What a special trick or treat we have for you ghouls out there. This man has traveled quite a long way to get here, all the way from Smokula. We have the incomparable and always outstanding Count Smokula. Give a nice cold welcome to him, boils and ghouls. Well, thank you very much for flying all the way down here.
Jack, but the pleasure's all mine. You know, I flap the wings, then you call, and that's it. I'm here.
Well, I'm flattered. So, what's new with you? It's been quite a while since the Darkest Hours has seen you. As a matter of fact, I think we're a radio program back in the old days.
I remember radio. The sound went through the airwaves. I remember I was traveling around the country, and you was reporting on my great whereabouts and doings and this and that.
Yes.
Foreign and distant places. And now, through the wonders of the the television?
The television, yes. Or
Yeah.
the terror vision.
Because in Spotsylvania, we called it the Vasatskavan, you know. We had it about 400 years ago, long before you had it here. As far as I'm concerned, the newness of the thing is like every day is new. You know what I mean? Every day we're making a movie, they're doing a TV show like this, The Darkest Hours, the greatest show in the history of the world.
Oh, go on.
I know. Flattery will get me every place.
That's absolutely true.
That's how it landed me here. I said, Jack, you're cool. He says, come on the show. Okay, you can do that at home too, try it. So then we made a record. I got my authentic sounds of Smokula, still cooking.
Which is an amazing album. If you ghouls out there don't have it, what is wrong with you? You need this album.
I know. And not only is it good for ghouls, but it's good for goblins too, because they're gobbling it up. You know, you understand? I didn't say it right. They're gobbling it up! Huh? And you can goblin it up over on Napster and iTunes, the whole deal. The physicality of the thing doesn't hardly exist anymore. That's why it's so ghoulish.
Yeah, their CDs are becoming as obsolete as records, the bigger discs.
That's a record. Oh, a record, like
Yeah,
the bigger...
big one, the big black ones, which I always thought were more fashionable.
I like the big black ones. They would turn around, there was needles, there was scratching.
You don't want to miss this. We're going to have this undead gentleman here play us a little music, possibly, if we can persuade you.
I'm easily persuaded. I like the sounds of the tinkling energy bells in the atmosphere. And then when they tinkle in the atmosphere, I can feel it. And then they migrate through my, what you call this, fez. Right? Through the fez, in the head, out the nervous system, through the arms, you see. And then out the fingers, where I plunge the fingers upon the buttons and the keys of the thundering squeeze box like you would.
Definitely make sure you pick up the album. It is to die for.
And there's more songs coming, of course. We recorded some new ones.
Oh,
you know, if I get some real demand, we'll put out another album. Actually, I got the demand. So we'll put out another album. We got a new song with Bandita Vantis. Yeah, you can find it on the MySpace, too. I put a few of them up. free because
So is that myspace.com/Count Smokula? Is
just /Smokula.
just /Smokula.
Be my friend.
Well, don't /Smokula. We like him. We want to keep him around. Yes.
Supposed to make circumcisions, but I didn't want to go there,
So that is awful graphic. Well, again, I want to thank you for braving it all the way down here. And is there any final words that you'd like to leave for the ghouls at home?
Well, in the old days we used to say, ghouls, boys and ghouls. It's not final till it's final. But now, that means nothing to you, unless you're a record collector. Some people who wake up in the morning, they spend their whole days moping and yawning. How can they do this? I'll never know why. I love the nightlife since the day that I died. I like the nightlife, it is that I like. I like those bright lights, say love me. I like the nightlife, don't like the quiet life. That royal nightlife is the life for me. Anybody worship the sunshine, would tan your hide and wrinkle your skin. That's why I stay awake till the dawning. Neon lights are better, keep you sharp as a pin. I like the nightlife, it is the nightlife. I like those bright lights, say love me. I like the nightlife, don't like the quiet life. That wild, wild nightlife is the life for me. I'll slow down, but until then, it's always a hold down. Yuppity, yuppity. Hey, hey, hey. I can't sleep at night. It's my time to play. I like the nightlife. It is that I like. I like the bright lights. Say love me. I like the nightlife. Don't like the quiet light. That wild, wild nightlife is the life of me. I like the nightlife, it's the nightlife. I like those bright lights, say love me. I like the nightlife, don't like that quiet light. That wild, wild nightlife is the light for me. Wild, wild nightlife is the light for me. That wild, wild nightlife is the light for me.
Located on Harbor Boulevard in the charming city of Fullerton lies the bleeding heart of the Orange County dark alternative scene. Ipso Facto, the FANG-tastic store that provides sinister items with a core of darkness. Since 1989, it has been the Gothic go-to place, a cultural hub. 2010 marks their 21st anniversary. And in celebration, they put on quite a bash, complete with undead entertainment by the terrorific band Peeling Grey. The black-clad masses descended upon the boutique, as did yours ghoulie. Presented here for your displeasure, a glimpse of that horrid night.
Now what is your fate?